In the opening scene of the film, a king, chasing a dragon, enters into his cave with his soldiers. While going to the cave, the king was watching something carefully, during which the dragon attacks them with fire, and kills all the soldiers of the king one by one. The king had no choice but to beg for his life from the dragon. The scene ends here, and we are shown another kingdom after centuries. This kingdom is quite poor. The citizens here are dying of hunger. And Elodie, who is the main character of this movie, is the princess of this kingdom. There is a proposal of a prince for her from a very big kingdom, with whom her dad was very happy, because he feels that if Elodie's relationship is fixed, then the situation of his kingdom will change. Elodie agreed to this marriage, even unwillingly, to change the situation of her kingdom. And in the process of her marriage, these people leave for another kingdom. When coming close to this island, they saw some dragons in this sea storm. Anyway, these people reach the palace. Elodie liked this palace very much bigger than her palace. A royal servant welcomed them in this palace, and their rooms were shown to them to rest. At night, when she was standing on this balcony and looking outside, then she sees the fire in the distant mountains. Anyway, in the morning, the queen tells Elodie's dad that, "I agree to this relationship, and we will get them married tomorrow. I want to talk to you a little about this." After which the prince and Elodie go to talk to each other. Elodie asks the prince if he is being forced by you for this marriage. The prince says no, not at all. I found you very beautiful. While talking, these people reach a hill, and Elodie tells the prince that yesterday, "I saw fire in the mountains on the other side." The prince says yes, those mountains are very important. In a cave inside it, we have some old rituals, which will be held after our marriage. And we will go there on the wedding day. In the next scene, we are shown that Elodie's dad was very upset, since he met the queen. When Elodie's mom asks him about his worries, when he doesn't tell her anything, she decides to talk to the queen. But the queen is very proud. She does not talk to Elodie's mom, saying that she has come from a small kingdom. She comes to her two daughters and tells them that, "I think something bad is going to happen." During the conversation, Elodie's dad also comes here, who took her mom away from there while talking to her. It was clear that he also wanted to hide something. In the next scene, we see Elodie's marriage with the prince. Elodie was going to those mountains with the prince, in which she saw fire a few days ago. The prince had already told Elodie that there would be some rituals there. They reach a cave inside the mountain, where the people of this kingdom were already waiting for them. The queen tells Elodie that a dragon lives in this cave, which had caused a lot of destruction in our kingdom 100 years ago. And then one day our king decided to take revenge on her. He came to this cave to fight her. But this dragon was very dangerous. No one could ever defeat him. Even our king could not defeat her. To save his life, our king made a deal with her, that he will give his 3 daughters to this dragon. After that, this dragon never attacked our kingdom. Since that day, we have been doing this ritual till today. The queen put a cut on both Prince and Elodie's hands, and joined their hands, and tells them that from now on, you both have become one. Prince carries Elodie in his arms. Elodie was embarrassed, but she was also very happy, because she didn't know what was going to happen to her the next second. Prince picked up Elodie and dropped her in a pit. As soon as she fell, Elodie fainted. When she regains consciousness, she shouts for help. And here, the sleeping dragon regains consciousness with her voice. When no one comes to help Elodie, Elodie decides to climb up. But her place was very slippery. She was falling down again and again. We see that there was a lot of girl stuff lying here. Suddenly, Elodie saw fire in the air. As soon as she comes to see, she sees that some flying insects have burned to death. The fire was of the dragon. Elodie was terrified to see the dragon. And here, the dragon asks her, "What is your name?" After telling Elodie the name, the dragon tells her that you have come here under a deal. In return, I will kill you today, because I smell royal blood from your body. Before anything bad happens to Elodie, she runs away from there, and the dragon sees her running away, and attacks her with her fire. While running away, Elodie came to a small cave. But she could not escape the dragon's fire completely. Her foot was badly burnt. She tears off her clothes and ties the wound on her foot. Elodie could not give up. She had to run away from here at any cost. She gets up and starts exploring this place. And on the way, she sees a blue light. Following that light, when she gets close to it, she finds out that it was coming out of a tree. Elodie wanted to go near this tree. But there was a very big pit in the middle. There was a dragon behind her, so the pit was ahead. She had to die somewhere. She decides to jump from here. But her one wrong step put her life in danger. She was about to fall into the pit. But with the help of the knife in her hand, she saved herself and came to the other side of the pit. The blue light coming out of the tree was actually some small glowing insects on that tree. Elodie tears off her dress again and makes a pot. She tears off a lot of insects inside it, so that when she walks ahead, they work as a lamp for her. A little further on, Elodie also got a small waterfall. Elodie opens her mouth to drink water. But then the dragon comes up and attacks her with her fire. To save herself, Elodie runs away again. Elodie hid again in a small cave. And the dragon tells Elodie about it. How much will you escape from me? Someday you will come to me. There were names of many girls in this small cave. On which Elodie understands that many girls must have been sacrificed here. She was very tired of all these things. She falls asleep, and when she wakes up, all the insects she had collected in her dress were sitting on her wound. Seeing them, Elodie gets very nervous. And when she picks up those insects with her wound, she sees that her wound has healed completely. These insects were of great use. Anyway, she goes ahead with them. And on a small stone, she is shown a map of how to get out of here. Following it, she wanted to get out of here. But the road was full of sharp stones. She would have died hitting by these stones. But she was not very much a coward. She climbs up with great difficulty without caring about her pain. And finally she finds a way to get out. But this place is very dangerous. There is no way to get down from the top of the mountain. Now she was crying. She wanted to shout at someone. But no one could hear her from so high. She hears the sound of some horses running here. And in the meantime, a dragon comes in front of her. Before the dragon attacks her again, Elodie comes inside the cave. And the dragon tells her that no matter how much you run, no one has ever been able to escape from this place. I will catch you. Now he was just saying that suddenly, Elodie hears her dad's voice from the cave below. As soon as she hears this voice, the dragon also goes up and down to see Elodie's dad. And from here, Elodie also gets down to go to her dad. And on the way, she sees a lot of gold and 3 broken eggs of the dragon. Looking at these things, she understood that the story that the queen had told her was half true and half false. That the dragon had killed their people. Actually, when the king came to this cave many years ago, he saw that there are 3 eggs of the dragon here, from which 3 dragons are coming out. The king killed the children of these 3 dragons, and the dragon is still taking revenge on them. This scene cuts and shows us a scene from the past, where the king is begging the dragon for his life. Then the dragon said to the king that, I also want to see you suffering. I will need 3 children from each generation of yours. After taking their sacrifice, I will let you and your kingdom live in peace. The scene comes again in the present, where Elodie's dad was calling out to his daughter. And then the dragon comes in front of him. He says to the dragon that I have come to take my daughter back. Even if I have to fight you for this, I am ready to fight. The dragon says to him, then call your daughter here. Elodie's dad says loudly, Elodie, wherever you are, don't come here. As soon as he says this, the dragon gets angry. And she stabs one of her nails into Elodie's dad's chest. Seeing her dad dying in front of her eyes, a scream came out of Elodie's mouth, which distracts the dragon. She goes to the other side to find Elodie. And as soon as she gets a chance, Elodie comes to her dad. He was saying to Elodie that I am dying because of my sins. But you have to stay alive. Go, your mother and sister are waiting for you on our ship. As soon as he says this, he dies. And Elodie moves forward to go from here, using the chain from which they had come here. Elodie was going up by using it, and the dragon had also seen her. Again and again, avoiding the dragon's fire attack, she somehow gets out of this cave. She was now sitting on her dad's horse, and running away from there. The dragon was behind her to attack the fire. She gets off the horse and hides in the mountains. In this way, she is not seen by the dragon. And in anger, the dragon burns her horse. In the distant palace, the queen was watching all this. She was also angry and says that all this is happening because of Elodie. And I will fix everything. In the ship, Elodie's sister, who was watching the fire in the mountains. Suddenly the queen comes on this ship and kidnaps Elodie's sister, because her plan was that now she would give Elodie's sister to the dragon instead of Elodie, and save her kingdom from the dragon. Elodie's mother, who tries to save her daughter. The queen has gone from there by stabbing her. The next day, Elodie also reached her ship, where she meets her injured mother, who tells Elodie that I am absolutely fine. I will take care of myself. Go, find your sister, whom she is going to sacrifice in front of the dragon instead of you. Here, Elodie tells her mother that our dad is also no more. After telling this, she immediately goes to the cave, because she knew that the queen would have taken her sister to the cave, where the queen really cuts her hand, and Elodie's sister's hand mixes her blood in her blood, and throws it in the pit below, and the dragon catches Elodie's sister. Elodie had also reached the cave by this time, but no one knew about her, because before she went to the dragon, she was preparing herself. First of all, she brings a lot of shining insects with, and takes her dad's sword with some weapons in the cave, which could have been useful in fighting the dragon. It is shown in the scene that the dragon has not killed Elodie's sister yet. She was sitting with her dead children, and was telling Elodie's sister that your elders killed my children, and now I will kill their daughter Elodie, and make them restless in the same way. I know that she will definitely come to save you. I will enjoy killing her more than killing you. Here Elodie, to distract the dragon, makes some noise inside the cave, so that the dragon knows she is coming. And as soon as the dragon goes to the other side to find her, Elodie comes to her sister. Before Elodie saves her sister and takes her away, the dragon comes here again. Elodie tells the dragon that we were lied to. We were told that you attacked their kingdom, but the truth was that they killed your children. The dragon says, whatever it is, if they are your elders, then I will take their revenge from you. Elodie says, no, we are not their children. Before Elodie tells anything else to the dragon attacks her with her fire to save herself. When Elodie turns back, she falls into the water. She was in a lot of pain now. The dragon grabs her again and injures her with her nail. And this time, to save herself from a big loss, Elodie attacked her eye with her sword. The dragon was angry with this attack, as she throws Elodie away and attacks her with her fire. But by colliding with the stones there, the dragon's own fire started burning her. The dragon was very hurt after burning, and now Elodie tells her to look at the wound on my hand. In the same way, by cutting and mixing their blood with us, and made it royal blood and presented it to you. We are not their children. They are living in peace in their house, and sacrificing innocent girls like us. And you didn't do anything good to them. Just like they killed your children, you are also killing someone's children. After knowing the truth, the dragon becomes very sad, and tells Elodie that my punishment should be that I die. So kill me. But Elodie does not kill her, and the small insects that she had collected, she puts on the dragon and heals the dragon's wounds. She had come to the real traitors to take revenge. Here, the prince was preparing to sacrifice another girl like her. Elodie tells everyone who has to save their lives can go from there. The queen says, "Oh girl, what do you think? If you've survived the dragon, and you can scare us, that what harm will you do to us alone?" Elodie says, "I am not alone." As soon as she says this, the flying dragon in the sky comes up to this palace. The dragon had also destroyed the entire palace with the royal family here. Her revenge was now fulfilled in the right way. After that, in the last scene of the story, we are shown that Elodie, her sister, and her mother are in this kingdom. They are preparing to return to their kingdom. Elodie now tells her mom that I am sure that you'll take the treasure of this kingdom in replacement of my dad. We'll also run this kingdom very well. Listening to this, her mom is very happy, and they go to their kingdom, where the dragon was also going with them as Elodie's dragon. And showing this story ends here.